What's up everyone, I'm CallumOnToast, and in today's video I'm going to be showcasing some battles submitted to the channel by Sam Andrew 2606, who is running a very fun team consisting of Furret in the lead, Shadow Lugia as a save swap, and a level 50 shiny Shadow Magnemite as a closer. First of all, what a crazy flex that is, but also it's kind of funny that Lugia is making it into a video for a third time in a row. Anyways, before we get into the battles, let's get into the question of the day. What's the most random Pokemon you've built for the Go Battle League purely because you wanted to flex? So in this case, it's going to be that shiny Shadow Magnemite. Let me know in the comment section down below, and if you want to know my answer, wait until the end of the video. But with that being said, let's get into the battles now. Alright, so going into the first battle, we lead into a Hypno. The opponent's going to save swap into a Unnovan Stunfisk. We're just going to stay in this battle, let this move go through. Not going to do too much damage. It doesn't have the highest attack stat, and unlike Galarian Stunfisk, it doesn't have any nukes. But speaking of nukes, we full send the Hyper Beam, and that nearly one-shot the Stunfisk. We're now going to swap into our Shadow Lugia, get the full Dragon Tail farm down. The opponent comes back in with their Hypno. We're going to go for a Sky Attack here, and this will do some nice damage, or grab a shield from the opponent. And they don't actually have enough energy for a Shadow Ball, so we let it go through. Just an Ice Punch. We do tank that a lot more comfortably than a Shadow Ball. We go for a Sky Attack number 2. We do land it this time, and we will use a shield, go for a full Dragon Tail farm down, and the opponent's got a Shadow Hitmonchan in the back. This is actually looking very dangerous as we have two Pokemon weak to fighting. I have just realized this is an ABA weak to fighting team. They go for a Power Punch. We barely live those two boosted counters, but we make it to a Magnet Bomb, and we take out the Hitmonchan and take that game. So by the way, the actual video quality of these battles is not the highest, so unfortunately not a lot I can do about that, but hopefully you are still able to watch it just fine. We go for the Hyper Beam, and we one-shot a Wigglytuff. Oh my gosh, the opponent's just not respecting the damage that this Furret can output. We go for a Brick Break. The opponent actually does call that it's just a bait there, and we do make it to a second Brick Break, but they do fully farm us down. They come out with 100 energy. And now we are going to call that they're going for a Flame Charge. It is just a Flame Charge. So we're now going to shield the second one. They have boosted their attack, but now we should be able to Dragon Tail farm them all the way down. And they've got a Shadow Swampert in the back. And once again, it's not looking too great for our Shadow Magnemite in the back. So we're going to have to shield this up. And honestly, we have to hope that they go for a second Hydro Cannon straight away, and we're going to go for the Sky Attack here. Sky Attack does grab the final shield, and they do throw straight away, so now it's going to take 5 Mud Shots to get to the next charge move, but luckily for us, it's also 5 to a Magnet Bomb, and we easily win the CMP tie, and take out that Shadow Swampert, and take that game. So very nice play there once again. Shadow Magnemite not having the most comfortable matchup in the end game, but still taking the win. And into this matchup here, we're going to let this move go through. It seems like we like to just fully sacrifice our Furret in the lead. We're going for that Brick Break, grabbing a shield. We're actually going to try and send the Hyper Beam, but we don't get to a charge move there. That's not ideal. And here, I think we should actually come in with our Shadow Magnemite, because Doom Desire would be double resisted by the Steel and Electric typing. But honestly, Lugia probably tanks that just as comfortably as the Magnemite does. Magnemite, very, very glassy. We're now finally going to swap into the Magnemite. We will see how we tank it here. And actually, we do... That was kind of alright, although these confusions are seriously chunking. We get the farm down, they come in with Talonflame, we go for the Discharge. It one-shots a Talonflame. Oh my gosh, that's just Discharge. And here, unfortunately, we go for a blind Magnet Bomb. It's an Azu. Do we make it to the Discharge? Yes, we do. It looked like Azu did lag a little bit there, but Discharge, after a bit of lag, will take out the Azumarill, and we do take that game. So into the next battle, we see a Mew in the lead, and now this battle does seem to be a little bit slower. For some reason, the battles are like at different paces here. The opponent seems to be lagging massively, and we've just got the 9 research tasks updated. So it looks like the opponent has just decided to quit out of that battle, so Very interesting. Not sure why we sent that battle in, but whatever. Into the next battle. Scrafty in the lead. Oh my gosh. The worst core breaker for this team. We do bait out a Galarian Stunfisk though, which is good because obviously Shadow Magnemite wants nothing to do with Galarian Stunfisk, but also it doesn't want to see Scrafty either, so it's not looking too good for us here. We are going to let this move go through and just fully sacrifice our Shadow Lugia. We did somehow grab a shield advantage. I guess Lugia could potentially run Hydro Pump, and since we're running Future Sight, that's not exactly the most common secondary move anyway. We're going to shield up this move here, and honestly the only play is that we land this Hyper Beam. Will they let it go through? No, and unfortunately I think that's just game over. We're going to let this Power Punch go through. And that, oh my, what the hell? That was so much damage. Oh my gosh. Now I think you can fully understand just how glassy this shiny Shadow Magnemite is. And this is a level 50 Pokemon as well. We are going to see an Alolan Sandslash in the lead. They are unfortunately running Powder Snow and not Shadow Claw, so that's neutral, not double resisted. But we have double super effective Brick Breaks to throw here. Unfortunately, Brick Break isn't a very good move, but the opponent does fully sacrifice the Sand Shrew there. Sandslash, sorry. Oh my gosh, why am I getting them mixed up? And here, we can't really swap out because obviously Medicham does very well up against the Magnemite, so we did let them fully farm us down, but they're already in the yellow health, and they go for a power-up punch bait. Opponent, don't do that. Now, unfortunately, we don't get the Dragon Tail through there, but they are running Psychic, so that does explain something here. The opponent going to go for a charge move straight away. They are running Bubble Beam, so unfortunately, that does debuff our attack. We're still going to go for the Discharge, and even debuff, that does take them out with one more Thunder Shock. Now we get to a Magnet Bomb. Magnet Bomb will grab the final shield from the opponent. They counter, farm us all the way down, but we should be able to shield this and then comfortably Dragon Tail, farm down the Medicham, and take that game. Into the next battle, we see Octillery in the lead. That's not the most comfortable lead matchup for us either, although we do have two Pokemon in the back that would do pretty well against it. They go for a Sky Attack here. We will tank that and make it to another Hyper Beam. And it does connect, it takes out, oh actually no, they did preserve that Altaria on about 1 HP there, so that's very important to remember. We're now going to come in with our shiny Shadow Magnemite here, and we're going to let this move go through, not Hydro Pump, but Play Rough resisted. That does so much damage, oh my gosh. We're now going to go for a Discharge. The opponent uses a shield. They go for the farm down, but they don't get there. We make it to another Discharge, and Discharge takes out the Azu. They come in with their Ferrothorn, and this should be good. They haven't even farmed to a Thunder. They actually go for an Acid Spray, and then they go and try to catch a move, but luckily we did not throw straight away. They're going to go for another charge move, another Acid Spray. Looks like we're going to 2 shield flex up against this opponent. We go for a Sky Attack, and the opponent is actually just going to concede the match there, and we take that game. Into the next game, Medicham in the lead, and we do swap out into Lugia, and luckily it is a Shadow Swampert in the back, so Lugia will be able to flip this matchup. I'd assume anyway, and we're going to let this move go through. I do like this play, and these mud shots, there's just no way they can fully farm us down here, so we will shield. We might commit to a full farm down here, and unfortunately they do barely make it to a last second Hydro Cannon, but we're going to come out with so much loaded energy, and they clearly don't have a good response to Lugia because they come back in with Medicham, although for some reason we swap into our Furret here instead of reaching that Sky Attack. They're also running Dynamic Punch, so that does completely one-shot us, but we do now make it to a Sky Attack, so maybe we just wanted to make sure that Medicham did use up some of its energy, and now we're going to come in with the shiny Shadow Magneton, go for the Magnet Bomb. It nearly one-shots the Venusaur, although they make it to a charge move at the last second. Frenzy Plant doesn't take us out. We live with 1 HP and a Dream, and we take that game. And yeah, not gonna lie, some of these battles being really fast and then some of them being a bit slower is making it very difficult to do commentary. I noticed as well with the, whoa, what are we going for a Hyper Beam here against Registeel, and it gets shielded. What the heck is going on? We're gonna swap now and catch the Focus Blast onto Shadow Lugia. An amazing catch there. We now also bait a Sableye out. Gonna go for the Sky Attack, we grab a shield, and the opponent doesn't commit to the full farm down, which is massive. They also go for Power Gem instead of going for Foul Play. Very Interesting play here. Once again, just going to go for that Hyper Beam. We don't care that it's double resisted. Hyper Beam does connect. It doesn't do that much damage. But we should be able to farm them down with our Shiny Shadow Magnemite, but they make it to a last second charge move here. Gonna shield it up, it is the foul play, but we should be able to outpace this Registeel to 2 charge moves here, going for the first discharge. That does so much damage, and we now go for a Magnet Bomb, just in case the opponent makes a catch or something. It still takes them out, even resisted, and now we can go for the discharge, winning the CMP tie up against Pelipper, and taking them out there to take that game. Into the next battle, we now see Octillery in the lead, and wow, I swear these battles keep getting faster and faster. It's like, you know, those types of things where it's like, each time you win a battle, it gets 5% faster or something. I don't know. But we're going to go for another Octazooka here, and it does, it does actually debuff their attack. We now swap into Diggersby, and because we debuff their attack, the opponent does swap out into Toxapex. So that's pretty good for us here. Diggersby, I'd assume, does win this matchup here. Brine, going to do some okay damage, but we should be able to tank a second Brine fairly comfortably. We go for a Fire Punch bait, and we do grab a shield. Going to go for another Fire Punch. The opponent lets it go through. It's a CMP tie, and we will actually respect the damage here. And now they swap back into their Noctowl, but that's fine. Shadow Ball, what? Why did they go for Shadow Ball? What the hell? We are now going to shield up the Sky attack. The opponent is just throwing the wrong move every single time. They come in with Galarian Stunfisk, and this is really bad for the Shiny Shadow Magnemite. We're just going to keep on spamming out these Magnet Bombs, trying to get that switch clock up as fast as possible. The opponent ends up throwing their energy here instead of committing to the farm down. That's actually huge for us. Now we're going to come in with Octillery. They make it to a Rock Slide before we can get to a charge move here. That does take us out, but we should be able to live a Rock Slide, so they have to full send an Earthquake, and they're not at the Earthquake, so we do get to the Earthquake ourselves, and Earthquake takes out the Stunfisk, and now we can Mudshot, farm down the Toxapex, and take that game. And into the next battle here, potentially the final battle of this video, we lead into an Altaria. Gonna go full sending that Gunk Shot. It does connect, it does big damage. And we're going to let a Sky Attack go through. We actually swap out into Diggersby. I think we should have just let ourselves get farmed down there, but that's fine. Gonna go for an Earthquake, and Earthquake does decent damage there, about 35-40% of that Azu's health. We're going to shield a play rough, unfortunately, and now we're going for a Fire Punch bait. Very risky, but we do grab a shield from this Azumarill. Will we let this move go through? Yes, we do. It's another play rough. We do live that. Gonna go for an Earthquake up against the Azu, and this does get Azumarill very low. We then swap into Octillery for no reason whatsoever, getting the farm down, but then getting instantly farmed down by Altaria. But the opponent's got Venusaur in the back. We're gonna go for the Magnet Bomb. Magnet Bomb does grab the final shield, and here we even though everything will be resisted, we have to shield a Frenzy Plant. Gonna go straight for the second Magnet Bomb here. Magnet Bomb doesn't take them out, but we get the Thundershock farm down. They come in with Altaria. We make it to yet another charge move. Discharge will take out the Altaria, and we take that game. So that's going to be it for today's video. Sorry about the pacing of those battles. It was a bit all over the place. Some of them were extremely fast and others were a little bit slower than usual. I do usually check for that, and actually the Black Luffy 92 who submitted the triple flying team in the Open Master League for some reason was also the same, and I did have to individually edit each clip and sort of make some of them faster, some of them slower, so they were all around the same speed. It's a bit annoying, so sorry about that, but I just didn't check for this one, unfortunately. But if you did enjoy today's video, then make sure you leave a like, leave a comment letting me know, and as well, don't forget to respond to the question of the day if you haven't done so already. And as for the question of the day, my answer is going to be my Shiny Shadow Machamp. And now, that doesn't seem too weird of a Pokemon to invest in, but I've used 3 Elite TMs to give it Karate Chop, Stone Edge, and Payback to make it the ultimate flex of a Pokemon. And if you want to see that Pokemon in action, I actually have used it in the past, so I will put up a link to that video, or like a little tag thing that will pop up right now. But if you want to see that video, do go check it out. It's quite an interesting video. But if you do want to see more content like this in the future, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications. That way you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. And with that being said, thank you all so much for watching today's video, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.